Hi guys and welcome. I thought I'd sit down and do a little Faves and Fails video with you today. I love these kind of videos and I've not done one in absolute ages. But before we dive into that, if you're new here, hello, my name is Amy. If these are the kind of videos you really like, then hit that subscribe button before you leave and come and join our YouTube family. We are a lovely bunch. With that being said, make sure you've got the kettle on, you've pulled up a chair and let's go. I've got a tray of what I'm calling this month the good, the bad and the fallout. Yeah, so just a small disclaimer before we dive into this. This is all personal preference and opinion. Just because something doesn't really work for me doesn't mean it's not going to work for you, and I do sincerely apologise if some of these products are your holy grails. It just means I either can't get them to work or they just don't suit my skin type, skin tone, stuff like that. So yeah, thought we'd get that out of the way. The first item I'm going to dive into is from the brand Sample Beauty. I picked this up on Beauty Bay. I think this is part of Beauty Bay. I think, not 100% sure. It's a brow gel. It's a clear brow gel, but it's white, which is really bizarre. Nothing wrong with the wand at all. It's the really strong plastic fragrance that goes with this. It's absolutely horrendous. It's so strong. I can smell it on application. I can smell it for a couple of hours after I've applied it. Yeah, and also I've noticed it's very, very sticky. To the sense that, yeah, a brow gel, it's good, it's supposed to be sticky, it's supposed to glue those brows down, but my hair is not supposed to stick to my eyebrows 3 hours later. Because that's what happened. I popped it on 3 hours later, got out of the car at work, wind was blowing, I had hair stuck to my eyebrows, and it wasn't a good look. So yeah, unfortunately, this one isn't working for me. The next item I have, it's from the brand Elf, and this is the Big Mood Mascara. Now, this is in the shade Dark Brown. I really don't like this. For one, the wand is absolutely huge. I'm going to hold it next to my thumb, just to gauge the size of it. You don't have very much control with this kind of brush at all. It's just too big. It's too chunky. You can't get into the nooks and crannies. Now, if that wasn't enough, the formula with this is so thick that I end up going from some nice lashes to 3 big, thick, chunky tarantula legs stuck to my eyes. Really, really disappointing. I've tried it so many times. I just can't get this to work. They just need to water that formula down and then shrink the brush, and I think it would be fine. Yeah, and also this stings if you get it in your eyes, because the brush is so big and cumbersome. You have to get that close to your eyes to be able to get into the lashes, and I got it in my eyes and it really stung. So that's not a good one for me, I'm afraid. The next item I have, it's from the brand Revolution, and I got this in my advent calendar. It is a eyeshadow primer. Now this is just really strange. The colour of it is absolutely fine, if you can see it there. I'm hoping you can see it. It's just so oily, and when you blend it out it just turns to nothing, like there's nothing there. And it's just, yeah, it's too thin, like I said, thin, oily, and then when you blend it in you get absolutely nothing. So I can still see my little veins and the pigmentation I have on my eyelids that I really want to get rid of. Yeah, it just didn't work. I used it once and I went, oh no. Let's pop that by. I have quite a few what I call fails this month. This is the First Class Rich Moisturizer from Beauty Bay. This is in it's oatmeal and oat lipid, which I thought would be really good because I'm using Skin and Me, and at the moment I'm having a lot of irritation, but that's for another video. So I thought oatmeal, it's really good for calming the skin. I have eczema, 2 children of mine have eczema, And when we have a flare up, I get an old stocking, fill it up with oats, tie it to the bath taps and let it all run in, and it really does help. So there's a good tip for you. As you can see, I've given this a good go. It just balls up. It's really nice on application. It looks and feels like it's going to sink in, and then it just balls up, and it's just horrendous. So yeah, I'm sorry, but I just can't get this one to work. I'm going to pass it on to somebody else to see if they can get it to work, or I'm going to try it on my body as well and see if it balls up on my body because this would be good. Like I said, oatmeal and oat lipid with eczema, dry skin, it would be really, really good, but it just doesn't work. Oh, I'm knocking things over now. And the last item I have here, this is the fallout. It's from the brand MUA, which is Makeup Academy, and it's the limited edition shade palette Gilded Embers. And it says this is part of a set, which I do buy as part of a set. Now, my problem with this is the fallout. I created quite a nice eye look, what I thought was a nice eye look. This shade here, really, really nice. They're very, very pigmented, as you can see. Really pigmented. They blend. They haven't gone patchy. But when I finished my eye look and I looked a little bit closer in the mirror, everywhere under my eye, down to my cheeks here and up the contour of my face was bright orange, black and brown. And I'm not just saying it was a small amount. It looked like everything that I'd blended on my eyelids had literally just fallen down here. And because it's so pigmented, I couldn't get it off. I couldn't brush it away. I tried a makeup remover wipe, everything. And I tried applying sort of like my concealer and foundation, everything over the top, and it just changed the colour. So, no. That's a no from me. I tried it twice and I got the same result both times. So, yeah. No, I'm going to pop this by and it will probably end up as a declutter, I think, at some point. Now, before we move on to my favourites, I'm going to have some tea. I've got a new mug. This is so cute. Look at this face. I'm so easily tickled. It was a little birthday gift to myself. I can't help it. I love mugs. Right, I do have an eyeshadow palette, or a little quad, that I've fallen head over heels in love with. This is the e.l.f. Bitesize palette in I Love You a Latte. I absolutely love this. I love it a latte. It's absolutely gorgeous. We've got some stunning shades here. They're all matte. They all blend. I get very, very little fallout. I've not noticed any at all. Absolutely stunning. I've got it on my eyes today and I've matched it up with a, or paired it up with a Revolution eyeshadow stick, which I'm quite liking too. So yeah, this, I put it in my everyday makeup drawer for this month, and I snuck it in as an extra last month. I just can't help it. I just can't stop reaching for it, and that's cool. And these are £4, and you cannot go wrong. They do loads and loads of shades. I've got a few different variations of this. Really, really nice. I would love for them to do an all matte version that's maybe warmer, which would be really, really nice. And they could do a cool toned one, which would be really cool. Stick to the formula though. So yeah, absolutely love it. Another item I've got here is from the brand Physcians Formula. This is the Butter Believe It foundation and concealer. I've got this in the shade Fair and Pale. I really like this. I have it on my face today. It blends, it covers, it gives an absolute, I don't know if you can see, a gorgeous dewy look to the skin, but it doesn't leave me looking really oily at the end of the day, which is absolutely fabulous. Their shade range is appalling, so bear that in mind. That's the only downside to it. And for this to be fair or pale, if you look at it quite closely, that to me isn't fair or pale. If I'm going to say something is fair or pale, it's very fair. Yeah, this is kind of like, I would say a light to a medium is what it kind of more looks like. But yeah, I really, really like it. This is very affordable as well. My favourites, I will link them down below. I picked this up from a brand called Notino, which is a new favourite of mine. Yeah, it's an online store. It's really cool. So yeah, really recommend you try that one out. The next item I've hardly heard anyone mention these at all, and I absolutely love it. This is the e.l.f. Bitesize Lip Balm. This is in the shade or fragrance Coconut, and it's just a little wind up lip balm. It has a tint to it, but not an overwhelming tint. It's glossy, it sinks into the skin, it makes my lips look a bit juicier and just fuller, even though it doesn't have a plumping ability. They just look juicier and nicer. I pop this on if I'm just literally running to the school run. This goes on my lips, and it just, because I have a lot of scarring around my mouth. I had an accident as a child and there's a lot on my lips and around my mouth. This covers it up. So yeah, really, really pleased. And it smells like coconuts. It really does. Now for a lip balm, I think this was £6-7. I think it's not what I would call affordable. Not when you can buy an eyeshadow quad for £4. So yeah, bear that in mind. But I think it's very well worth the investment. As you can see, I have gone to town with it. That's all that's left. So yeah, I'm gonna have to repurchase one. They do them in different shades and fragrances as well, which I really like, and it's cute. You can pop that in your pocket. You can pop it in the bottom of your handbag. The lid, as you can see, is sturdy. It's not gonna pop off. You're not gonna get everything stuck to the end of it. So yeah, really, really like that. I've just realised I've got an item missing. It's in my fridge. I put it in the fridge, and yeah, forgot to pop it back out. So excuse me a moment. There we go. My second to last item is from the brand Revolution. Now this is their Pigment Boost eye cream. Now if you see this, it's quite funny. It's yellow. As you can see, or I'm hoping the camera picks it up, I've really, really gone to town with this. I've been using it for a couple of months. Really, really enjoy it. I've hit bottom of the pot there. There's really not very much left. Now I keep this in the fridge because I prefer my eye creams and eye gels cool. That is what it looks like. It is yellow. It applies yellow to start with, and then it sinks into the skin, and it's got just enough pigment in it to sort of dull down the dark circles under my eyes, which I really, really like. As you can see, it's kind of starting to dull down some of the discoloration I have on the back of my hand. It's really nice. It sinks into the skin. It doesn't kind of crease or go crepey or anything like that. I really, really like it, and cold, it's nice. No fragrance to it. And yeah, I just really like it, and I've not heard anybody mention that either. And I sort of come across it on the Revolution website a couple of months ago and thought, oh, that's something different. A pigmented eye cream. And just thought I'll just pick it up on a whim, not expecting to really like it. But yeah, I really, really enjoy it. And like I said, it's practically all gone. So, you know, that speaks for itself. And I'm going to pick up another one. The only thing I don't use that is at night. I use something else just because I do not want to be putting pigment under my eyes and sleeping in it. But during the day, it just helps just conceal some of the stuff I have going on. Now, the last item I have here, I keep sneaking and using as well. It is the e.l.f. and Jen Atkin Mist. It just says mist. It's a setting spray, basically. Now, I put this in my everyday makeup drawer. I think it was last month or the month before, and this was the only spray that I used that month. It was brand new when it went in. Look at that. I love it that much. I now have another one. I needed a backup because I'm going to go through this really quickly. And I know the whole point of an everyday makeup drawer is that you put stuff in and you solely use it. But I feel sad that I didn't put this back in, so it is back in. I snuck it in. It has an absolute stunning fine mist, which is really, really nice. It smells like coconuts, which I really, really like. It gives a kind of like a really nice dewy look to the skin. I'm going to pop some more on. This is what I have on my face already. Yeah, it gives such a gorgeous dewy look to the skin. It doesn't leave me looking oily. There's a fine line, isn't there, between something making you look sort of dewy and, you know, healthy and younger, and then you looking like a normal slick. And this treads that fine line really well. Yeah, like I said, the mist doesn't overly soak you. You can feel it going on, but only just. It's, as a setting spray goes, it's not a long wearing one. You know, my makeup, when I'm wearing my mask at work, my makeup still transfers. It all does. There's only one spray that doesn't make it transfer, and that's All Nighter. But All Nighter doesn't give me the stunning glow that this does. So yeah, it is really, really nice. Excuse me, there is someone at my door. Oh my goodness, I do apologise. That was my grocery shopping arriving. I kind of misjudged the timing. So yeah, I do recommend these. Really, really like them. And like I said, with my favourites, I will try and link them down below where I can find them. I can't remember the price of this. Something's telling me it was about £10, which, bearing in mind I did plough through that in a month. Yeah, it can be a bit pricey, but I think it's well worth the money. Now, I need to finish my tea in my really cute group mug. So yeah, what did you think of today's video? If you like these kind of videos, really give me a thumbs up. I don't tend to do these very often, just because nobody seems to watch them. So I don't know if it's the kind of video that nobody's interested in anymore. But I think it's just a great way to give some feedback back on what I've been liking, loving, and what's been falling out. So yeah. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. In the meantime, lovelies, please take care.